Now, in its 11th year, this is Gabnet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, hey everybody, live from Harlem in New York City. Get ready. It's the Ramble with me. I'm Alex Bennett. He says he's a little bit tired today. Why are you tired, Larry Bubbles Brown?
I went on the road with Felipe last week for 5 nights. It was first was Aspen, which was 8,000 feet. I got altitude sickness.
Did you
So
really?
I was just
Did you really?
out of it.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they had I didn't know the Aspen Comedy Festival. I did a set there. I thought that was long gone, but it's still around.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you were out of it, right?
Yeah. So
How did you kill anyway?
I did. That show was tepid, but then we did Denver and Pueblo, and those were great. Those were 1,800 people, great crowds. So
1,800 people. Wow.
But it's just getting through the airports, and when you're I was on the road for 5 nights, and you're in a new hotel every night, so you never really sleep well. So it's just
yeah.
Well, you know what travel's like. You came out here, so
Yeah. Well, this time, you see, to begin with, I'm an 86-year-old human being, and we don't travel well.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sorry about that. But when we came back, we were exhausted.
Yeah.
Just exhausted, and we didn't do anything because we were in bed sick. Okay.
Yeah, you got sick. So
yeah. So anyway,
someone told me when you get older, for every day you travel, it takes 2 days to recover when you get home.
Well, we were thinking about taking a 3-week. Now Marjorie doesn't want to go anywhere.
I don't blame her.
She's afraid to travel. And I keep saying, well, okay, be afraid to travel. Who cares? We go. We got to take a trip. And finally, I said, if you don't want to go anywhere, I'm going to go. I got to find a place to go to, But anyway.
Well, where would you go?
I don't know.
You've been back here.
Yeah. Well, if I had my druthers, I'd live out there. I'd move upstate, probably force myself to drive a car, and hope that it's okay. Well, why is it? My thing here, my Zoom keeps saying poor connection. Audio may be affected, and yet you're coming through perfectly.
Okay.
Anyway. So I have the door closed in here, and I just hope that my dear wife doesn't yell too loud, because anytime she sees Trump on TV, she goes, "Shut up, you fat fuck." And she does it very loudly, and I keep telling her, there's no way he's hearing you, okay? But she says it makes her feel better, So.
Well, you got to get it out. So.
You got to get it out, yeah. I mean, it is insane. I mean, but he's just so stupid that I've just learned to live with it. I guess if things are horrible, you get to learn to live with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We've had some pretty terrible presidents, but we get used to them. That's all. So.
And they're like show business. They have their time, then they're gone, they're forgotten.
Yes, right, exactly. I love it how you have all these stars, big movie stars, right? They won the Academy Award. Michael Jordan, whatever his name is. And he was good in that film. He was very good in Sinners. But go 20 years from now, maybe nobody will even remember him. That's
5
how
years.
short. What?
5 years from now.
Yeah, well, I'm giving it 20 years, okay? Just to be nice. Timothy Chalamet. Okay, big deal right now. 20 years from now, you mention him in a joke to younger audiences and they won't get it.
Yeah.
In fact, I was just watching the South Park movie, which is one of the most brilliant movies I've ever seen. It was the one they did while they were still doing the TV show, and they wanted to do a movie that spread the thing out, so they did the whole movie about doing a movie where there's a lot of swearing. So I watched it, and there are references in there that some audiences won't even get now. There's a whole song called "What Would Brian Boitano Do?" And I said to Marjorie, you know who Brian Boitano was. You do, right?
An Olympian. He was an Olympian?
Yes, you're absolutely right. But boy,
was he a skater?
Yeah.
And was he gay?
I think he was.
Okay.
I think he was. But anyway, the point is that she didn't know who Brian Boitano was, and this movie is 27 years old. Okay? And she should have known who he is. She loves to watch the Olympics, and stuff like that. And I just, it amazed me that she didn't know who Brian Boitano was. So, anyway.
Well, the South Park people are prolific.
I've decided, and this is very important, I've decided that they may be the most important piece of television we've had. They've consistently been in there fighting against everything, okay? And they're wonderful. They've done wonderful stuff. This year's South Park, it's better than it's ever been.
Yeah, they do hit everybody. They're not one-sided.
I mean, they had Trump running around in this one, making love to Satan with a micro penis. They put this little tiny penis on him. So they take no prisoners, and now they're celebrating their 15th year on Broadway with the Book of Mormon. And these guys are brilliant, just brilliant.
Yes.
So so we started watching the South Park movie, and it's brilliant. And the significant thing about the South Park movie, they were on Stephen Colbert, celebrating their 15th anniversary, and they brought out a letter that had been sent to them by Stephen Sondheim, who wrote, "That may be the best musical I've ever seen."
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. I mean, this guy is gold, and he thought the music and everything in South Park, the movie, was the best musical he had ever seen. Yeah. So I'm not wrong, right?
So what if, I don't know much about the two creators, but are they getting a lot of help? They can't be doing it themselves.
Oh, they do most. They don't animate it all themselves, but they write most of the stuff, and they do all of the voices, and they've been doing that for South Park's been on maybe 30 years, something like that. Some amazing.
It was definitely on before 2000.
Yeah. But just wonderful, just wonderful. But anyway, so how are you doing otherwise? Everything else going good? You're exhausted?
Yeah, very good. Just recovering from the travel, so I'll lie down for 2 days.
Yeah, but what's incredible about you is that you're how old now?
73. 73?
And you're still working. How many comics can say that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of scary though, because how long can it last?
Well, you got your friend. Who was it you were with this time? Felipe, and those gigs pay well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're fun.
And then you got Dana
people.
Carvey, who put you,
Dana,
on as his opening act.
Someone told me he was promoting his my button on his show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. That would be I have it over here. I can't grab it right now, but it's the meh button.
Meh.
By the way, if anybody wants to have a meh button, come on, you may as well make money out of this stupid little get-together we do every couple of weeks. Plug where they can get it if they want to buy it.
Yeah, it's there.
In fact, let me go. Just
I gotta
stay
set up a
there. I'm
mail
going to
order
go
thing.
across the room here and get the meh button. Here it is. There we go. We're back again now. Let me put my earphones on. I should have thought to just get this out because, here we go. I've got it. And it says Larry Bubbles Brown. Scan here to see more. The Mer, is that how it's spelled? M-E. Mer. Mer. And it is, of course, he uses this in his act. He says it a lot. Mm-hmm. You should just take one of these things out and press the button all the time. Yeah. And here it is, and I press the button, and he goes... Now, if you want one of these buttons, the button, you can get it from Larry Bubbles Brown. And where can they buy them?
Someone's trying to help me set up a mail order thing I can do, so I'll have that out soon.
Oh, okay. Well, let us know.
Yeah.
How many of these things do you have?
I have 1,000.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have 900 because I got rid of 100 at your show.
I think we could get rid of all of them for you.
I think so. Yeah.
Because this show goes on and it stays on. I just got a notification. I'm getting all kinds of things on this computer today that are driving me nuts. Poor network connection, audio quality may be affected again. Oh, fuck you. Anyway, so you were working with Felipe.
Mm-hmm.
And did he work in, what language does he work in, or does he change it with every gig?
He works in English, but he did a Netflix special in Spanish.
Yeah.
He's done 4 of them. So.
Are they all in Spanish?
No, just one.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah.
So when he goes out on the road with you, most of the time you're playing to an English-speaking audience.
Yeah, although mostly I would say Hispanic people.
Mostly Hispanic people, but he does it in English, so
right.
You're not put at a disadvantage.
And that that sound I do with his crowd they love it more than anyone for some reason.
Really?
So he, I think towards the end of his set Saturday night, in the middle he just stopped and they goes, "Meh," and the place unraveled. So.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. How much do these things cost people if they want to buy them?
$10.
$10.
Less than a Golden Gate Bridge toll.
So you made $1,000 at my show.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a percentage. My God. No, I'm happy you could sell them.
They're fine. I gave a lot of them away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a good businessman, but.
Well, that was a fairly good payday from.
Yeah, that was good. And plus, it was so much fun.
I think you got something like what, $1,400, $1,500, something like that, $1,600.
Yeah,
I don't know.
from.
Yeah, and then he sold another $1,000 worth of these things.
Yeah.
So you made quite a few bucks off that show. Damn it!
Right.
Right.
Now I can get my root canal.
Oh, you have to have a root canal?
I'm due for one of those. Yeah, I've never had one. And
I've had dozens of them. I have more root canals in her teeth than my mouth, for crying out loud. But the root canal, I just have one. She just finished one on me. And I may have to have another one.
How long does it take?
It depends on the tooth. If it's a molar in the back, it takes more visits than the other. But usually this one took me 2 visits. and then a third, I think, to finish it up. You know.
Yeah.
They usually take about 3 visits. You know.
I may go for the extraction.
And there are no extractions in a root canal.
Well, you can. That's the alternative.
That's the alternative, is to pull the tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they have to do the what do you call it? The implants, and an implant will run you $4,500, depending on where you are. $5,000. You know.
What if you just leave a big gap there?
Well,
nobody can see it.
They took a tooth out from the back of my mouth, and I'm leaving it blank there. I don't care. Nobody sees it. Okay.
And you can chew fine.
But if you notice, Chuck Farnham had a front tooth pulled, and he's done nothing. Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice? Oh God! And he's done nothing about it. Just nothing about it. So, you know. Here's a good question for you. I had to last week, because we only did one, play a repeat of you. So I went back to 2020, something like that. Okay? Mm-hmm. And pulled an interview with you. In it, you talk about having to go get a cataract surgery.
Yeah.
That's how many years ago?
So I put it off for 4 years, yes.
Yeah. And you haven't done it yet?
No.
I thought you were supposed to do it.
I know, and I then either a couple of times work has come up, or a couple of times I freak out.
What are you freaking out about?
Just having your eyeball cut on.
You won't even feel it. All that happens is, for a brief moment before they put the other lens in, you go blank in that eye. You know, it's black. And then all of a sudden they put in the lens, and you see better than you ever saw with that eye.
Well,
and you'll
glad to get it done.
Do it. You'll come back to me and you'll say, Alex, you were right. It was easy.
Okay.
You know. Unless they don't anesthetize your eye, in which case, boy, is it going to hurt.
Well, it's Kaiser, so you don't know. When did why did Chuck have his tooth pulled?
I guess because it needed to be pulled.
Okay.
And so he would rather look like a hick. You know, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He has no. You saw him at the show. He was almost naked. One ball was hanging out.
Horrifying.
Yeah, it was horrifying. He that's what he does for a living, is be disgusted.
If you want to get scared about airline travel, just remember Chuck Farnham did work at TSA.
At TSA, yeah, for like about 2 or 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so for some reason, I love Chuck. We didn't talk for years and years and years. And it was because it's a long story. I don't even want to get into it, but now we talk all the time. So, you know, it's cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Who else have you had feuds with that you eventually rekindled?
I'm trying to think. I do have some, because as you get older, you go, oh, you know, holding a grudge is just too much work, you know.
Right.
And so you then say to the person, you know, for whatever reason, I want to talk to you. And then you start talking to each other and you like it. I'm trying to remember now, because when I was working in San Francisco, I tended to hold grudges easier than...
you and Slayton were kind of off for a while, right?
Not really, no. Slayton and I always have been talking one way or another. But, you know, I found that it was just horrible nursing a grudge because your nipples start hurting, you know. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of who, you know. I just, you know, if anybody calls me and says, you know, I know we had a little rift, but do you mind if I call you or whatever? And then we started talking again. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. There were a couple of comics, you know, that I had was on the outs with. And then they got a hold of me, and I said, fine, let's talk. And then we got to be friends. I can't remember who, though. I'll let you know when I figured it out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The one that I don't talk to at all is Feldman. You know.
That's too bad. You guys were so close.
We were really close. And he just kind of like, decided one day he didn't like me anymore. So.
I don't get it.
Yeah. And the other guy that I never ever made, he never made up with me. I never had anything against him, was Bobcat Goldthwait. He, for some reason, he just decided he didn't like me. A story that I tell, and it's weird, he was doing one of those HBO comedy half hours or whatever, and I was the warm-up guy, because I helped pick the comics and get the comics on the show and all of that. And I did the warm-up. It used to be on the old HBO comedy hour, that a half hour. I was the announcer, but that was only in the first season. Anyway, so we're doing one with Bob Goldthwait, and I hadn't seen him in a long time, and we weren't on the outs with each other or anything like that, So I see him backstage. I go, Bob, hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. And he, shakes my hand or hugs me or whatever you do, And he, oh, it's great to see you, Alex. I cherished my time when I was in San Francisco with you and blah, 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 blah. And he was really nice, okay? He then goes on stage and for the first 10 minutes of his set does nothing but put me down.
Wow.
Go figure. Number one, wasting your time on an HBO special for 10 minutes doing a reference to somebody nobody in the general audience will know is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and I think they finally cut it out of the show because even the producers felt it was ridiculous. And after that, I just said, what did I do to him? I didn't do anything to him. All I did was help him get famous,
Yeah, you certainly did.
I certainly made him famous in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I never did anything to bother him or hurt him or never said anything nasty about him or anything. And all of a sudden, he does this tirade against me. And I'm wondering, what the fuck is that all about?
That's weird.
Do I deserve that? So, and I was hurt by it. I was really hurt by it. So I don't think we've ever talked since. But, that's how things go. But if he called me tomorrow, I'd say, sure, let's get together. I can't hold a grudge anymore. It's very hard.
You're in a forgiving mood.
But it's not a forgiving mood. I'm too old to bear grudges. I'm at my age, I should be dead already. I'm still alive, and as long as I'm alive, why should I have fights with people? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, folks. And if anybody out there sees Bob Goldthwait, tell him I'm still very hurt by that, okay? But I didn't deserve it, Yeah. I mean, there are times I deserve things, but that wasn't one of them. So... And you remember how he was very much a part of our show in San Francisco.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, I had a show that headlined him at the Circle Star Theater, which is a very big theater down in, where is it? I can't remember now.
San Carlos.
San Carlos. And I remember, what's his name? Dana Carvey was on that show.
Dana was on it, yes.
And Warren Thomas, and Bob Rubin. Yeah, that was the show. People are going, Bob who? But very big in San Francisco. Just
yeah.
Well, what happened is they became kind of local stars on my show.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, and as to whether that translated itself to a future career or not, I don't know. I'm trying to remember her name now, but last night, for instance, on the Oscars, or night before last on the Oscars, recording this on a Tuesday, Laurie Kilmartin is a writer, has been a writer for years for Conan O'Brien, and she had a credit on that show. So
Yeah, she's had a long writing career.
and Laurie Kilmartin was on my show a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so I was very happy for her. Anyway, I'm actually unhappy for her because I thought the comedy bits were terrible on the Oscars, but anyway.
Well,
hey,
the Oscar is not what it used to be.
yeah, we'll talk about that next time because we've run out of time, Larry.
Okay.
That's Larry Bubbles Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Larry. Bye.
Thank you.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Thank you very much, Bubbles. I just had to turn on the lights. Did you notice that? Now watch. It'll go down a little bit. It'll go down. Come on. There you go. See? Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, because now I can take the weekend off. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, we got some people waiting here. How many we got? Oh, we got 4. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Admit all. Okay. Here we go. We're admitting all. And let
Hello,
me.
all.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Where are you?
Jamba Juice with this one.
Jamba Juice.
Yeah, you know Jamba Juice? They have that in New York?
I've never had a Jamba Juice.
Yes. We played some basketball tonight outside because it's like 86 degrees still.
Really?
Yes.
So I assume that the little one is with you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
not so little anymore.
Yeah, she's my friend, one of my realtor friends, we just went up by his open house he had tonight. And he hasn't seen her for like 6 months, I guess. And yeah, he said, "Oh my gosh!" So yeah.
What do you mean? Oh my gosh, how tall she's gotten?
So tall, yeah, so tall.
Well, that's your fault.
No, I wish I was taller when I was younger.
Is her mother tall? No.
No. Tiffany's not that tall. She's like 5'5".
5'5". Okay. So yeah, but look at you. How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". So you're like 11 inches taller than she was.
Yeah.
So where do you think
I dated a girl 4'11" one time.
Did
Wow.
you really? I always like short women.
Ew.
You always used to use that word Zoftig. What was that word?
Zoftig. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let Josh now explain the term Zoftig. Mark, rather. Mark, excuse me, not Josh.
Mark.
Because Josh is too gentile. Wait a minute. You need to take you have to unmute.
You're muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Explain Zoftig.
Simply curvy in all the right places.
Well, okay. See? So a little short, but a little like, plump.
Yeah, and you used to use that word all the time. I remember. You're the only person that I ever knew use that word. So.
Zoftig?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You never came to New York then.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I'm not yet.
everybody says Zoftig here in New York. Even Jeff knows what Zoftig means, right, Jeff? Jeff?
Yeah, I got some problem.
You don't have a problem.
I'm going to restart.
No, you don't need to restart.
Okay.
We hear you.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Then
guys.
you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not, now it went down 2 degrees. Now it's 84 degrees, and it's 8 o'clock at night, dark.
Oh God. Anyway, Mark knows what Zoftig means, and you knew what Zoftig means, right, Jeff?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because he's from New York. You seem to have known it, right, Charlie?
Yeah, we used it in Chicago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you use it anywhere where you live, Josh?
No, sorry.
See? So, and Mark, are you attracted at all to Zoftig women?
Yes.
See, there's a certain subset of human men in this country who like Zoftig. And it doesn't mean fat. It just means
Yeah.
something to grab.
Yeah,
More cushion for the pushing. You
Yeah.
know, as the term went.
Marilyn Monroe was Zoptic.
Marilyn Monroe was Zoftig? Well, she was, she was. But they never seemed to try to photograph her that way.
No.
But she was, yeah. Yeah. How tall was Marilyn Monroe? Anybody know?
No.
Because short and Zoftig is really cool. You know, my way of taking care of things. But anyway. So anyway, guess what? We finally paid for our vacation coming up. And I have no money left now. Between that and Trump and the economy, I have no money left now. So. No, we're spending a fortune on this vacation.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe's 5'6". So
Oh, really? Oh, she was tall.
taller than I thought.
Yeah. But no, we're going on that vacation, and it's costing a pretty penny. Okay.
Have fun.
Yeah, well, we had to come up with the money today, and it's funny. They asked for it within 24 hours, and you ever try to just grab a whole bunch of money, like let's say $35,000, in a short amount of time? It's not easy. But my business manager did it. He took it all out of my account, my Bank of America account, and then he's going to take out money from the stocks to replenish it. And off we go. So unless Marjorie decides a day before that I'm too sick to go, we're on our way on our vacation. But the only thing I don't get is if we want to do any of the things like any of the tours they have at each of the different stops, you got to pay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hell with that. I'm just going to get off the gangplank and I'm going to grab a car, a cab or something, and have them take us somewhere, And probably if I sit around and pay this guy for a couple of hours to drive us around town and so on and so forth, which I've done many times when I've gone to a city, they'll probably charge me less than, they want like $250 for some of these things per person. And I'm going, wait a minute, that's ridiculous. Well, we'll just stay on the boat. What the hell? Stay on the boat and eat. They'll never be able to get us off the boat when the whole vacation is over with. But
yeah, we did that too as the family, and then we would hire a guy with the van, and we just said we want a city tour. Can you give us a city tour? Mm-hmm. And then we take off with him as a private, and then we went to like in Asia, some temples,
mm-hmm.
and we got something to eat, and then we tipped them nice, and you don't need to tip much to tip them nice there. And then you have your own driver, and you could do what you want. You're not with all these people. So yeah, the private stuff's even better.
Yeah.
It's always cheaper to do it on your own.
Yeah,
I guess but I can't do a lot of walking, so we got to get into a car.
But that's perfect with the driver. They'll take you right up to the front, drop you off, and then come back and get you. It's like that's the way to go.
Yeah, and I just say to the driver, how much do we have to pay to have for a half a day or a day or something?
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell them you're Alex Bennett, and then they, wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, Alex Bennett. You mean the guy from San Francisco, that big star? Everybody talks about him here in Venice. But
Alex Benito. Alex Benito.
Alex Benito. Yeah. Do you know what Zoftig is, Kevin? Kevin? Can you hear?
Yes.
Do you know what Zoftig is?
What is?
Zoftig.
Zoptic?
See? Californian.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
A woman who is
a
Zoftig.
Disease you get between the toes or something.
What? The disease you get between the
toes.
Well, sometimes yes, if you get the wrong woman, but No, Zoftig. See, another Californian doesn't know what Zoftig is.
A Zoptic.
Zoftig.
Zoftig.
Yeah, you got me.
See, it's a New York term. Means pleasingly plump. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
Oh, it's like
That's exactly right. Pleasingly
it's
plump.
like stout.
No, it's not even that fat. It's not really fat. It's pleasingly plump. You know, kind of.
That's what happened to my mother one time when she was sitting in a church, and she was to go to church all the time, and she walks in and she sees somebody she hasn't seen for a long time, and across the whole freaking empty church. My God, you're stout.
Oh,
And it
really?
echoed everywhere.
Stout is a term normally applied to beer, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but she was probably Irish, you know.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Whatever you say. Wow. Yeah.
I said, Mom, she just call you fat.
So anyway, what's happening with all of you? How about, well, Josh, were you here last night, Josh? No.
Last night, no.
No. So what's been happening with you?
Plugging along. My the book that I was featured in comes out in another, I think, 2 weeks or whatever. So I got my proof copy that they sent to look over, and PDF version, and they'll running them off at the printers in a week or two. They'll be available for
Did you
everyone
get
to go
paid
buy
for
on
this, or is
Amazon.
this just for?
What's that?
Did you get paid for this, or just for laughs?
I did not get paid for this one. I do have 2 articles and an edited collection that will come out with a couple other authors, and I have basically 2 of the chapters. So there are about, I think there's 40 separate chapters, 40 articles. I have 2 of them. So.
Okay, you're getting paid for those?
What's that?
You're getting paid for those?
No, I'm not getting paid for those because they were through the journal's website, and it's a printed copy of those. But the publisher that publishes this also owns a book press, and I have connection through them through my work now. So there is, it's going to take a while to finish, but there is mutual interest there in a deal that will pay me a good lump sum for a printed book.
Mm-hmm. Well, they damn well better.
Yes.
You know.
So I mean, that's why you do things like that for free is for the exposure that it gets, and the
yeah, but you know what exposure will also get you?
Could be arrested.
A cold. Yeah.
But no, it gets if the articles and things that that you work with them on get you if it has good web traffic and comments or whatever, you know how it works nowadays, all that kind of stuff, then you have good prospects for basically for a book contract. And typically with those, they'll pay you a lump sum at the front, and then you'll get a royalty. Or then also, if they come back and do another printing, they usually have to pay you a fee if they do like another printing or whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's interest there for that. Same people that publish that, like I say, they do own a book press that prints a lot of history. They don't print solely history. They do a lot of they do some current events. They do a few other things too, but they do have a very large history press section. So a lot of popular books. It's a well-known press, in the printing world. So it's not a bad deal. That's coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but I'd like to see you get money. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, I would too. But it leads to other things. Like I said, like a book, or once you've had quite a few things published, that people can check you out, teaching jobs, things like that. It opens up things like that, because you have a name recognition, you're legitimate. Mm-hmm. Even smaller universities, and like community colleges and things can, use your bio to prove to students who are, paying their money to go to the school that the people they hire to run their classes are, published people or, people with good resumes academically, not just my field, but, economics or any other, any other field. So you have a lot better chance at things like that with, it's just more credentials and you make good contacts. So
That's good. That's good.
I mean, I had some people reach out about some other things. I mean, I couldn't make it this year, but missed the deadline. But, there's a few conferences they have each year that some people mentioned that, I should probably try to get myself to and apply to present at. That kind of stuff gets your name out there and gets you more recognition to, like I said, publish things that actually make you money.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I wish you a lot of luck with all of that. Hello there, Alan. How are you this evening?
Unmuted.
No, you're not.
I said unmuted.
Oh, unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody muted me. I'm sure it was an accident.
Somebody muted you?
Last night at the end of your show.
Oh.
The little thing, I didn't mute myself. Somebody muted me. That's okay.
Probably did it
Oh,
yourself.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Well, hi, bro.
Well, guess who's here?
Yeah.
Hey
This I
there,
knew.
Philip.
I had good heads up that he was going to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Phil?
All right. I'm doing the laundry, so I figured I'd stay up a little later and say hi.
Oh, gee. That's wonderful. I'm doing the wash. I thought I'd call you.
Wait a minute. I thought you were, when we got off the phone a little while ago, I thought you were cleaning the toilet.
I can't hear you, Alan. It's kind of like watching paint dry.
What? What's like watching paint dry? This show?
Well, no, sitting, waiting for the laundry to
I
dry.
see. Yeah. 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 But you have a laundry in your place, right?
It's downstairs.
Oh, it's downstairs. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every now and then you'll have to leave to go down and move it from the washer to the dryer?
I've already done that, so there'll be no interruptions.
There'll be no interruptions. Okay.
Yeah. Other than my call to the show.
So what's new in your life? What's new in your life?
Dealing with a couple of health things, going for checkups and EKGs and stuff like that.
Oh, what? It's something that has to do with your heart?
Maybe another blockage. I don't know. I'm tired lately, and I don't have the
lay
energy.
off the bacon, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I know. I had prime rib tonight.
Oh, jeez. and you're wondering where the blockage comes from.
Yeah.
So how serious is it? Does it look like it's just?
I laid off lifting weights for a couple of weeks, and April 9th, I go for an echocardiogram on a treadmill. And
I did one of those, but they couldn't put me on the treadmill because for some reason I wasn't a candidate for the treadmill. So they gave me this stuff they shoot in you that makes your heart race like a little bunny rabbit.
I wanted that, and when they made the appointment, and they said, "Well, your doctor didn't order that." I only had two choices: the treadmill or a ball-peen hammer.
well, the doctor sent me over immediately when he did something, and I said something. I don't know. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, he said, "We better check your heart. Better send you over to Mount Sinai and put you in immediately right now to get the stuff done." And so they gave me this electrocardiogram, and I'm telling you, I mean, it started making my heart race so much, this chemical, that I thought I was going to die.
They said that if you get that, there's another drug they can give you to slow it down or stop it.
Well, but you want to get it to go, don't you?
Yeah, until the test is over.
Yeah, it's called, they're trying to get your target. Oh, excuse me, they're trying to get
I think you're ready to get an electrocardiogram. Anyway.
He's been ready.
Yeah.
They're trying to get your heart rate to a certain level.
I see.
And check how it works.
So what is it bunny rabbit? Is that what it is? Bunny rabbit?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Can you hop around?
Yeah.
I've had it both ways. I've had where the run on the treadmill, and I can get my heart rate up, and then on the treadmill, even as heavy and as old as I am. But my doctor prefers doing it chemically, because I don't get leg cramps and I'm not sore for 3 days from running for 5 minutes.
Well, when they told me they were going to do it by just sticking a needle in my arm, I went, oh, hey, and I don't have to run, I'm lazy,
Sometimes you get side effects, a little bit of a headache and stuff from the injection, from what they give you.
Weird.
What did you say?
It's weird when they do it.
It is.
Pump some radioactive stuff in you. You feel
Oh,
like
yeah, no, they did
die.
that too. Then they put the radioactive stuff in me. It was a nuclear stress test. That's what they called it.
Yes.
And they then told me after I was through with it, don't get near any pregnant women for about a day because you've got all this nuclear stuff in you.
That didn't happen with me. I had 4.
There was a guy, Hayjack. He was from Hungary, and he used to call the show many years ago.
Yes, he did.
And he had prostate cancer and went to Europe for a special kind of treatment, and it was he wasn't allowed because of the radiation.
He had to stay in a room.
Yeah.
That he couldn't
for like
leave
2 weeks
because of the radiation. Yeah. Whatever happened to him, I wonder?
I don't know.
Died of radiation poisoning.
Well, when somebody, goes up somewhere for a lot of medical stuff and then we don't hear from him again, like who was that guy on Jack Bishop's show who kept calling the show and all of a sudden one day he didn't call anymore?
Mike Allen.
That's all his callers.
Yeah. Please,
I miss Jack. I had dinner with him and Amy in Dallas, and what a sweet guy, nice guy.
Nice guy, yeah.
It was a pleasure to know him.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult for us here as he got worse and worse, however,
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, it was very difficult, and I'd known Jack, since I was starting radio in San Francisco in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And I knew him that long, so to suddenly have him die, it was kind of, But it wasn't like we didn't expect that it might be coming. On the other hand, with Mike Allen, this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He used to just, as he was talking on the show, on Jack's show, he'd be coughing all the time.
Well, that's because he had a cigarette one after another.
Yeah, well, you knew he wasn't going to live very long.
That's right.
And he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Well, yeah, he kept saying, the doctor did a CT scan for lung cancer, but they found some spots, but it's not cancer. And 2 years into the show, he finally admits that it was cancer. His doctor finally told him it was cancer. Doctors don't hold off 2 years to tell you that. They tell you right away so they can start treating you. But Mike was a strange guy. I went to Sacramento to visit a friend. I had dinner with Mike. And he's even stranger than you, Alex.
What do you mean he's even stranger? Guy. He's not alive anymore.
He was. Exactly.
I think his birthday and Mark Thorner's and mine are the same day.
What day is your birthday?
June 24th.
Okay.
And, but yeah, I think Mike Allen.
Isn't that Joe Biden's birthday also?
You're not allowed to do that.
Is Joe Biden's birthday the same day?
I really don't know. I just
doubt
wanted to piss him off.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Do I hear Adrian in the background?
Oh, her phone.
Her phone?
By the way, Brian is always going to Las Vegas, and I've never been a fan of Las Vegas, but I went on Sunday to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Oh, was it good?
What a wonderful! Not only is the movie wonderful, but the experience at the Sphere was beyond great. And
I'm glad you finally got to see the movie.
Yeah, well, I saw snippets of it over the years. You know, the Tin Man, I Wish I Had a Heart, and this one and that one.
You mean you've never seen the whole movie from the beginning?
No, but this, around Christmas, Jennifer has it, and she played it for me at home. And I said, this is a great movie.
It's a really well-crafted film.
Oh, it was a wonderful movie. And so she says, well, let's see it at the Sphere. And so we flew there on Sunday.
In case people don't know, by the way, The Wizard of Oz is the white version of The Wiz. Okay, go ahead.
I think I saw not The Wiz, but there's another version of The Wizard of Oz that has come out in the last year or so in the movies.
Wicked.
Wicked, that's it.
Yeah.
I saw that. I liked it. And
well, no, that isn't The Wizard of Oz, though. That's supposedly a side story of how it happened, you know.
Yeah. And, but so I saw the movie, thought it was wonderful. The Sphere is an experience that it's just so immersive. And
you kind of have to explain to people the sphere is in a sphere. Basically, but it doesn't. The screen doesn't go all the right way around.
Oh yeah, it goes over your head.
Oh really?
There's 100 or 1,600 projectors or bots. There's 160 speakers. It's totally surrounds you. You're right in the movie.
And by the way, you know who owns the Sphere?
No.
Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
And you know who's losing money on the Sphere?
Madison Square
Garden. Yeah, they're losing money on it.
2 tickets, good seats. Not. I don't know. If there was really a bad seat in the place, was like $330.
What?
$330 for 2 tickets.
Yeah, Adrian and I when we went to her nationals. We saw the Postcard from Earth, which was just a movie, up in space and stuff like that. And then that was 100. That was 100 and something.
Me?
Yeah.
I think the dad's getting 400 a seat.
Did your picture freeze? Did Brian's picture freeze, or was that my internet?
That's probably your internet.
No,
but you're coming through fine here. You're loud and clear. So.
All right. So what an experience. And the other thing was, when you walk into the place, there's a 7-foot statue of Gort. From the day the Earth stood still.
What does Gort have to do with the Sphere?
Well, when you walk into the Sphere, and that was another movie that I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with Gort?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Gort Klata Nikto Barada.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
Because the thing is, they have some AI robots in the front that answer questions. Can you turn that down? Turn it down, please. That answer questions, like AI-ish in front. So then they had the old school robot, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we saw Postcards from Earth. It was pretty good, very good. Adrian and I enjoyed it. But when you get seats halfway or up, we were on the 3rd balcony or whatever. Those are really steep seats. You can't get up and jump out of your seat because you'll probably fall down.
You'll fly to Fresno.
Yeah, it's just so steep, so steep.
Well, the thing is, from what I've heard, is that the Sphere is watching a thing in the Sphere is pretty amazing, because what they also did with the Wizard of Oz is, I think, they expanded the picture somehow. They added to all sides of it using AI or whatever.
When I was when they showed the picture of Dorothy's room, the ceiling was over you. And the wind is blowing, and leaves are hitting you. These little fabric leaves, and the apples fall from the tree, and and you get pelted with apples, Nerf apples. And
Oh, okay. I'm glad it's Nerf apples.
Not only is there wind, there's noise. There's the seats shake. It was like nothing I've been to before.
Yeah.
Definitely worth going to.
Internet.
Charlie, you would love the postcards from Earth. They go up, up into space, and when you're in space, I mean, it's like you're really there. Take some of those gummies with you, and then go see them.
That thing you saw, Brian, was probably a show they put together to do in between all the other showings they might have of various things.
Yeah, it's more like for the tourists. So the tourists can go there, during the day they have showings, and then at night I think they have their big stuff, or during certain times. But yeah, this is like a filler.
So how long is the Wizard of Oz there for?
I don't know. A lot of people are going. It's getting, it was pretty crowded.
Somebody else just went there.
Well, you do have a city there that has a constant population moving in and out of the town. Mm-hmm. So pretty much people can come to town and go, I mean, if I went to Las Vegas right now, of course, I'd want to go to the Sphere and see it.
Yeah. It's a touristy, yeah.
It's something I think if you experienced it, you'd really love it.
I'd probably be amazed.
Especially you're a movie buff.
Well, also I'm a technology buff too, and that's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Lots of AI is used in that.
Yeah, to create the sides and above and below.
Well,
and
create the wind and all the different things. I mean, they have obviously blowers.
Well, wind, you just turn on a fan for crying out loud.
Right.
Oh, it was beyond that. I mean, you felt like you were in a tornado. That's how strong it was.
Yeah.
So at what point did you piss your pants?
I waited until I got back to the room.
Yeah.
Flying the water sports in the bed,
But we enjoyed it. Went to dinner at the Emerald Lagasse restaurant called Delmonico's, and it was fabulous. The steak I had was I just had a New York steak. It was delicious, better than Ruth Chris.
He doesn't eat anything else but steaks.
Well, I'm going to have to change that up.
Wonders why he's going to the doctor all the time.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change that up. If I need more stents, that's the end of steak.
Yeah, so Lagasse had a good restaurant, huh?
Yes, good service. We just had a great time.
Well, I wonder if somebody else runs those restaurants for him, though. I never think of him as a great chef,
Isn't he dead?
He should be, considering all the stuff he ate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about you, Phil. We're talking about Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah.
Delmonico's has been in that hotel for 20 years. I ate there years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was delicious then, too, so.
Well, I hate to bring this up with Phil here, but is there anything in the news any of you are interested in talking about?
I hadn't heard anything.
No, me either.
Aren't you interested in the fact they're trying to get rid of Chuck Schumer?
Are they? Who's trying to get rid of Chuck Schumer?
I don't know. Josh, what do you think?
What?
Josh sent me something earlier on it.
Yeah? Are they trying to get rid of Chuck Schumer? Who is?
Yeah, well.
I don't know. They're always picking on the Jews.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What?
We need a
I said never mind. We're not going to be able to have a conversation about it, so never mind.
Not with me.
That's correct.
Well,
so, never
I'm
mind. Just I'll see you guys. I'll pass tonight.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Wow, he really did.
Well, we can. Wow.
Must have been my
if
breath.
you can't, now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth. I don't understand.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's important, okay, and this is just my theory on stuff. and I think everybody will probably agree with me on this, that really in this day and age, it's better if we talk to each other, than not talk to each other.
Fetterman is a real example of a good what would you call it?
Rhino.
A good, not just senator, a good politician. He's willing to listen, he's willing to talk, and he's willing to vote his conscience. I'm impressed with him.
I don't know if I agree with you completely about Fetterman, because quite frankly, I think the guy's lost his mind. But
he had that stroke and his brain went south.
Yeah, it went south. I'm not saying that you have to be an adversary of the people you don't agree with, but I think he just acquiesces too much to them. Is my problem.
Well, he has great support for Israel. And he also votes for what's best for his constituents.
No, he doesn't.
I'm impressed with him.
No, he doesn't. His constituents voted for a left-wing liberal, and they didn't get it.
I donated hundreds of dollars to him. I wish I had that money back.
I mean, I'll tell you who did a great thing was Marjorie Taylor Greene by quitting and leaving being a congresswoman from Georgia. Wait a minute, because I think she felt she couldn't totally represent her people any longer.
Right.
She was at odds with Trump, and she also probably quit because Alan had been making fun of her for over 2 years.
Yeah, she heard it, and it hurt her a lot. No, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, at least she backed off and said, look, I don't think I can represent the conscience of my constituency any longer. And she got out.
Well, a lot of it had to do with Epstein, too.
Well, and a lot of it had to do with the health care costs that are going up.
Yeah. But
health care costs are going up, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
By the way, Phil, how's your how are your stocks doing?
Yeah, I don't have much in the way of stocks. I have Amazon.
Thank God.
And went up to almost 250, and now I haven't looked at it in a few days. I don't know what it's at.
Well, all I know is that in the last month, I have lost about $50,000.
Yeah, well, with the amount of stocks that I own, I think I might have lost $3.17.
Oh, okay. So you don't play the stock market that much.
No, I should have.
Amazon dropped down to 205.37.
205. I bought it at 81 or 82.
You bought it a long time ago then.
No, a couple of years ago. I think I bought it probably three years ago, maybe 4.
I think I've asked this before, these people here, but how many of you actually have stocks in the stock market? Yeah? Okay. All right. Because, I mean, I'm griping because I lost a lot of money in the last, while, about 50 grand. What? It went down quite a bit over a few other things first.
Yes.
And then now the war has just, I mean, we almost haven't had a day without it going down by at least 300 to 700.
What kind of stocks are you in? Are you EFTs? Or
I'm all over the
spiders
place. I don't know. I have
individual?
a guy who does it for me, and he's very good at it. He's
The guy in Tiburon?
No. I mean, Gary knew this guy, and this guy was a friend of Gary's, so he's managing my money with my stocks without charging me. So
I remember when you went with Gary.
Yeah.
He wanted a percentage, and he was doing it for some other guy that you knew.
He was doing it for quite a few people.
Or...
He was Ravi Shankar's business manager for a long time.
No, but it was somebody that you knew who was a musician. I don't think it was Ravi Shankar.
David Bromberg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. David Bromberg. Yeah. But I mean, and this guy has spread me across, so I got a lot of places and good stocks. But, when they're going down like they're going down right now, there's nothing you can do about it. I still have a lot of money left, but I just, it's horrible what's happened, I think, to the economy. It's hurting people's 401ks, for instance, which is the average person who has money in stocks. It's it's heading us towards a recession. They say this may well head us deep into a recession. Plus, guy didn't ask permission to go to war. The guy didn't ask permission to go to war.
He didn't go to war, but
what do you mean he didn't go to war
in the Middle East?
Wait a minute.
He didn't.
Sometimes he calls it a war.
90 days.
No, he doesn't have 90 days.
He calls it an excursion.
No, wait a minute. The 90-day deal is... hold on a second. The 90-day deal is for something else altogether.
The last time...
He called it an excursion.
Yeah. Well, that's the latest term he gave it. But, you ask our Secretary of War, and he calls it a war.
Hey, Alex?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Alex, I have to reboot. My internet is unstable.
Okay, reboot. Come back, though.
Me?
Come back, though. I want to continue this discussion.
All right.
No, but if I remember correctly, Alan,
keep him in the waiting room. Don't let him back home.
as I remember, Alan, it was not that which was the 90-day thing.
I didn't.
The 90-day thing was. I'm trying to remember now. Oh, if he did something, I can't remember what it had to do with, but it didn't have to do with this. He has to ask Congress for the right to go to war, and he hasn't.
Yeah, and he didn't.
Yeah,
he did because they got a surprise.
And it's surprise. Yeah, it's not. It's okay. So it isn't a war. What is it? It kind of smells like war.
Does it feel like war?
It feels like war. When you're bombing the crap out of somebody, that seems to indicate some kind of war.
Or you hear this garbage about if they do Karg Island, if they send troops to Karg Island, that's not really troops on the ground.
Really? I thought they bombed the hell out of Karg Island. It's not really.
I know, but that's what they said. We're going to send 2,000 Marines or something to Karg Island, but that's not really putting troops on the ground because it's not mainland Iran.
Well, it's not a real war. Come on.
Yeah, because now they want $200 billion.
Yep.
To throw at this thing. And my question is, if you're throwing that much money at this war, or whatever it is, it's got to be a war. How do you...
This is just like Iraq.
In fact, I was thinking about it. Some of the richest billionaires don't have $200 billion. Yeah. Okay? Ellison doesn't have, I think he has about $300 billion. I think that's what it is. Wait a minute. Here we go. Here's Phil. All right. Let me bring Phil back in. So anyway, as I was saying, Phil is such an asshole that I just, and I know we all agreed on. Oh, hi, Phil. How are you?
Hey, already one person left because I didn't brush my teeth or I didn't use deodorant, but,
Well, he does, how I've been with you all these years. Just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I hang up on you,
I'm not going to change anybody's mind, so I'm not going to try.
Well, I think that I don't know. No, I'm not going to change your mind. That I know.
And I don't want the stress.
Yeah. But do you think
it's okay for you to stress the rest of us out?
Yeah, no, life's too short. I'll just smile and be happy.
Okay.
So the reason we went to Las Vegas, it was Jennifer and I's second anniversary.
Of what?
Wow.
Of our relationship. Yeah. Our first date was March 17th. What do you call that day? St. Patty's Day. 2 years ago.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. I'm glad you have
I thought you were her dog taker. I thought you were the person.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do what?
I told him not to be snipping at everybody, that it is
I didn't
not
snip at you.
becoming.
You drove over there a couple times when she was out of town to take care of her dogs. It's true.
Of course. It's my girlfriend. I'm going to do whatever I can to help.
Right.
She had to go out of town.
Yeah.
Have you recarpeted her house yet?
Yeah. No.
Can you recarpet mine? No, I don't have any carpet. I have rugs.
I think I fixed your apartment carpet in the living room once. You had a buckle or something, and
Yeah, I remember
stretched
that.
it.
That was a long time ago. That was like 80 years ago, I think.
It was a Sausalito. It was,
Yeah, yeah. How long ago did I live in Sausalito, for crying out loud?
80. Late 79, early 80.
Wow. Wow.
Isn't it amazing how much he remembers from times gone by?
And by the way, I've known Mark a long time. How long have I known you now, Mark?
When did you start doing this?
This thing?
Yeah.
In the 90s. No, 9 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, my regret was that I never called you on the radio, or Jay Thomas for that matter, which I really should have, but oh well.
But you listened to me on radio, too, in
Oh my
New
God.
York.
Oh, yeah, when I was like yay high, yes.
WMCA or PLJ?
MCA.
Me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I didn't meet you, Phil, till I went to San Francisco.
No, we met in New York.
Oh,
You
we
were
met
at
in New York?
WPLJ, and one morning you said that you needed a ride. And so I came over and picked you up at the studio and took you to your apartment. And we had breakfast, and I met, was it Naomi?
Naomi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made breakfast.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was
She
amazed.
made breakfast, and you
Yeah.
ate it?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
God.
Yeah.
She never
Look what
made
I
me
turned
breakfast.
into. I used to be thin.
Huh?
I used to be thin.
Yeah. No, I've seen pictures of you, like with your mother when you were.
Yeah, I saw that I had that picture, and you're always saying you don't remember who I am. So I sent you a picture that I had of me, and that was my mom. That's my mom who was with me, but that would have been about my age when I first met you.
Wow. Wow.
At age 14, hanging out on the corner.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, I've known you quite a while. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was 73.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crap.
And let's see here. Outside of that, let's see here. And of course, I can't say that to anybody else because I've only known you, most of you, not a short time, but a shorter time than that.
Yeah, because you used to walk by me, say I have no life when I was like 16, 17 years old.
I said you have no life?
Yeah, because you said, oh my God, how long you guys been in line or something like that? Because I was always like first. I said, I've been here since 4 a.m. And you said,
Oh, I said, I guess you got no life, right.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would wait to see me.
Oh,
I wasn't there to see you. I was there to see all the comedians.
Brian,
Okay.
you might not have had a life, but Alex doesn't have a filter.
Yes, that's right.
No, those were fun. Those were the best shows then. I mean, you get all those comedians and pay for, those were the best.
I thought we were going to talk about Fetterman when Phil came back.
Oh, well, I think we already talked about Fetterman.
Oh, you said come on back because we can finish talking about him.
Oh, you want to finish talking about Fetterman?
Not really.
Not really. I don't either.
So what's left to say?
Yeah.
I see. The problem I have is I don't know whether people who voted for Fetterman are now disappointed that they voted for him, or they then. But sometimes people refuse to admit that they chose wrong, and so they will never admit they are wrong, and so they'll say, "Oh, I still like Fetterman,"
Where he was from has a lot of Republicans, and the amount of vote that he got, he beat Oz, but he was also, I believe, the lieutenant governor at one time of Pennsylvania, and he was a 4-term mayor. If they don't know who he was, then I'd be surprised.
Yeah, but he did kind of change his politics a bit, and so if while you're in office, you change your politics, people might have buyer's remorse.
I don't know that he changed his politics. I think that you just get to see. We didn't get to see him because of the stroke, and a number of things. We really didn't get a good evaluation of him. And to tell you the truth, knowing the kind of person he is, I would have voted for him over the Republican.
Really? Why? Because he doesn't wear a suit?
No, because he says he doesn't wear a suit because he has a hard time getting clothes.
I'm trying to think. Has there ever been a Republican that I was going to vote for? I can't. Huh?
Charles Percy in Illinois for senator back in the 70s.
Did you vote for him?
Yeah, he was a liberal Republican. We actually used to have.
Well, they used to have liberal Republicans. Yeah.
I voted for 2 Republicans in my lifetime.
Who?
Donald Trump.
I thought it was Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah, that's right. You're a little older than I
But
am.
no, Donald Trump.
No,
we know
Trump,
you voted for him. Yeah.
In 2016 and George H.W. Bush when he ran the second time.
Really? Why?
Because I thought he was very smart, and I thought he was not a hardliner.
In that election, I voted for Perot.
Perot had a great line with Clinton. Perot said, bringing Clinton in to make him president of the United States is like taking a clerk at 7-Eleven and making him the CEO of Walmart.
I felt that Perot was a real hero and a stand-up guy and a smart guy, and I voted my conscience. Even though, I knew he probably couldn't win, I knew he would never win if people didn't vote what they believed in.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I ever voted for that I have buyer's remorse. However, I will have to say that for many years I never voted because I just didn't trust myself as a voter.
I wonder how many people have buyer's remorse now with Trump.
Well, it's got to be. It's got to be the people in the middle. I mean, he's now down.
He's completely lost the independence.
Well, he's down 20 percentage points.
With Republicans, I understand he's very, very high. But that's not on dope.
Yeah, but there are these people that are in the middle. Okay, and you're never. If you're going to run for president, you're not trying to appeal to this side and that side. You're trying to play to that middle that can go this way or go that way.
Yes, but the things that he's doing is everything that he ran on and said he was going to do.
Well,
I remember him running on, I'm going to invade Iraq. I'm going to Iran.
He said he's not going
to I'm going to invade
Iran.
No, he ran on saying, I'm not going to get us into any wider wars. That's what he said.
No. You guys, Trump was right. He said if you vote for Kamala, we'll be in a war, gas prices will be up, and all these bad things. And we voted for Kamala, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, exactly. I think that quote is attributed to Goldwater years ago.
Oh, really?
Where he said everybody said that if you vote for Goldwater, such and such will happen. And they said they voted for Goldwater. Some people voted for Goldwater, and it happened.
Do you remember the atomic bomb ad during Goldwater's campaign?
Yeah.
The little girl,
yeah.
They only ran that ad once.
Oh.
Wow.
Because it got a pretty bad reaction, I believe.
Oh yeah.
It really put him in a losing position. There was a story about who made that ad. I thought I watched it on YouTube a long time ago.
Probably a major advertising agency came up with that.
Yeah, it was somebody that came up with that, and it was amazing what it did.
Well, my big hero right now, if I have a hero, if I can talk about my heroes, is the person who the woman who was the Bachelorette. She's my hero now.
Bachelorette?
Oh, The Bachelor.
Oh, you haven't heard about the Bachelorette story?
No.
Oh.
I have. I saw the video. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
She beat the shit out of that guy.
She really did. What
My
they
God,
did,
I would have ran
what
out
they
the
did
door and never
is
came
they had
back.
this woman and they got her and she was on the Mormon Wives show or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And they shot the whole season. They shot the whole season. They have only edited 2 episodes, but they shot the whole season. And then they found out that she had a videotape of her beating up her boyfriend and throwing a chair at her little daughter.
No, yeah. So she had these little stools. The stools, like at the like my little bar stools, little stools.
Mm-hmm.
And she grabbed those and threw them. And then the girl was on the couch crying, and like one of those went and like bounced off something and just hit her or something.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I mean, it was going on for minutes, not just like
no, it went on for about 20 minutes, from what I understand. But anyway, the point was that ABC didn't do any vetting on her, and these tapes had been out for a long time. They'd shown them, I think, on Mormon Wives.
Wow.
And ABC was so just thinking she's so perfect, and wonderful, they didn't even want to check up on her. Well, when this came out, they had to cancel the whole year, or half a year it really is, of the Bachelorette.
Think if they showed the film to everybody, all the guys, and then they redid the whole season, refilmed the whole season.
I'll tell you,
the guys would be scared.
I think ABC's missed a big deal here. They really should run the season with her.
Oh, is she going to go crazy?
A lot
is she
more.
Gonna throw something?
Yeah, a lot more people would watch it.
Did they finish the season?
Yes.
No, yeah, they finished shooting the season. They just never finished editing the season.
Yeah.
Well, it'll go on pay-per-view.
And oddly enough, I have to say, I don't know how many people here have seen her. I think she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's cute. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really funny. I think it's hilarious. So she's my hero now.
TMZ's the best.
TMZ, I love TMZ.
TMZ gets everything out of them.
Yeah, they get all the...
Even the news stations, they say, reported from TMZ, blah, 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 and they show the clip from TMZ.
Well, it's funny how many scoops they've actually had.
Yeah.
It's not like they haven't scooped other people on these stories. Everybody was running their footage that they got, which supposedly was not available. Now, you weren't supposed to be able to lay your hands on it, but they did.
Wasn't there some controversy when Trump got shot that the TMZ people were laughing in the background?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they caught it in the camera shot.
No,
they said it was fake.
Maybe
really?
maybe they were listening to me. I don't know because
because they brought all those photographers in and they lowered the flag behind them. All that bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I think.
How fake is it when one of the bullets hit somebody behind Trump and kills them?
Yeah.
It wasn't fake.
Well,
how do we know?
Let me put it this way. It's amazing how fast that bandage came off his ear and there was nothing there.
Well, I've said this before. I mean, it just... But the bullet that came out of that was moving so quick, and it's such a small caliber bullet that it's like piercing your ear.
No, okay.
And also, the speed of the bullet will cauterize the wound.
That's right.
Are we talking about the Kennedy assassination here? I can't remember. Which bullet are we talking about?
Multiple bullets.
Well, it was an awful lot of blood for something that was cauterized.
Well,
I know this is the end of the show, but when you mentioned the Kennedy assassination, I read a good book, 11/22/63. It was a Stephen King book.
Yep.
Yeah, was that a great book?
Yeah, but they made it into a TV show too.
It was about the Kennedy assassination.
What was it called? What's that one? What's the show?
11/22/63.
Okay.
Yeah, just a great book.
What are we listening to?
Oh, you know something? I have the wrong one on here. Hold on a second.
Sounds like porno music.
Let me stop this. Let me move this. How do I move this back?
A single, like Charlie and I, the single guys, we know the music.
I'm trying to remember where the.
I went to Las Vegas.
No, I'm trying to remember how you change this. I haven't changed this in a long time, so I don't know. How do I change it?
Remember you used to play the "It's Friday." You and Marjorie. Remember you and Marjorie did Fridays for a little bit.
Well, anyway, I really don't have a theme here. I don't
we can
know
sing.
where
It's
that
Friday. Went. It's Friday. Dun, 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 dun. That's for Marjorie. Remember when you used to be Marjorie on there?
Oh, here we go. Now I know how to find it. Here we go. There we are.
Good thing you're technical.
Go. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Okay. There we go. Okay. I changed something here earlier today and didn't know I did it. Anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate not only Jeff being here and, of course, my good friend Brian Neary and Charlie Wallace. Mark Thorner, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Alan, thank you. And I want to thank Phil Meyer for two things. Number one, being here. And secondly, because of the wonderful photographs he took of my show. Just some wonderful photography, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Phil.
You know, it was such a pleasure to do.
Okay, no talking. Show's over. Bye. Everybody wave. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
I appreciate it.
God, you know, if Phil and I if I say nice things to Phil, it's going to be like being a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's, you know. So,
I have an extra bedroom.
Anyway, why doesn't everybody just wave goodbye, and I'll wave goodbye at you, okay? There they go, folks. That's our citizen panel for tonight. And we'll be back again on, when is it? On Monday with the pop-up show. It'll be on Facebook. And then we'll see you right back. Oh, let me tell you, Amy is next with The Intersection, okay? You can call her by going to our Gabnet.net page, go to column 3, look down at her name, click on it, you can zoom to her. I'll see you again on Monday with Pop-Up Show, and then next Wednesday, same time, same station in life. And if you see her, you know, as always, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.